Hey everybody, my name is Casey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be designing the exterior of my villager rep's house on my island Daisy. It's going to be kind of like a vintage theme like the rest of my island. So this is the area that we have to work with for my house. So I have this little diagonal bridge that will be leading up to it from this kind of like transition area over there. And so I have this kind of just like base pathing laid out, and then I had already terraformed and waterscaped those cliffs and decorated them a little bit in the background there. And I'm slowly approaching on almost completing my island. I just have to finish up my neighborhood and figure out how I'm going to decorate my campsite, and then I will be done with Daisy. So I'm hoping to release my dream address soon. I can post a little like update tour again if you all want that. I have changed around a couple things, but it might just be best to wait for the dream address and final tour video. But other than that, I'm going to just start up the Island Designer app and begin designing. So I do have this kind of just like base pathing laid out, and I'm going to just go ahead and kind of frame it with this border, and then I'm going to put down a arch tile code in the middle here. So I'm going to just finish that up right now. And so now that that's done, I'm going to go around with my azalea bushes and just kind of separate them every other space. Something that I've been doing on this island is choosing to stick to one bush type and one flower type. It has been a bit tricky. I think for my next island, I'll probably pick 2 or 3 different colored flowers to stick with, but it does help keep the island theme kind of together and make it feel like everything is kind of like matching. I don't know how to describe it. Everything just feels kind of cohesive. That was the word I was looking for. But now that we have that all laid down, I'm just going to come in here and fill in this area with some hardwood trees and then that giant vine item. I think that item is really, really cool. And then I'm going to be using the regular vines on my cliffs over here. I really like the look of this. I think I'm going to try and incorporate in a couple other areas on my island. And then I'm going to just come on this left side over here and continue on the same pattern of rotating bushes and flowers every other tile. And then I will start to kind of make a little build or like seating area on this left hand side. So I will let you all watch me do that for a bit, and then I will stop back in and let you know what I'm working on. So right here, I decided I wanted to move back that gazebo item, just kind of one full tile. So I'm just going in and fixing up this pathing really quick. I also kind of forgot about all of the customizations for the gazebo items. I really, really like this tan customization of it. I just think it fits this area nicely. And that's one other kind of little tip I wanted to mention is, and I've mentioned this, I believe before in a past video or videos, is that try and pick like a color palette for either your whole island or just a build you're doing. As you can see, the colors from the custom codes I'm using to the customization on my house and even the items I'm using are kind of all neutral colors, and it just also helps with the cohesiveness of the build or my island as a whole. So I just wanted to share that tip. But now I'm going to just come in here and lay down some brick pathing. I wasn't sure what I could put in this area, but I looked through my inventory and found some items that I thought would look nice together. And right here I'm just kind of rearranging where I'm putting these trees and if I want a stunted tree or a full-size tree. I think the full-size tree looks best for now, and then it just gives me a little bit more flexibility in this area. I'm also kind of switching around the placement of it a bit. I do this quite often in builds, and I think that's another reason why I've been kind of stuck on this island is because I haven't been incorporating trees a lot. So if you're ever like building an area and you just feel like it looks like it's all like pathing or all just items, like don't forget about trees and terraforming and waterscaping, because that's how I was kind of able to get the spark back for this island. So definitely remember that you have those at your disposal whenever you want to use them. That's something that really, really helped me. But anyways, now I'm just coming back in and filling in the rest of this area with the bushes and flowers, and then I do want to go ahead and incorporate some more trees and stunted trees. And so overall, this build was really, really fun. fun for me to make. As I mentioned, I did struggle a bit. Like this area right here was a bit tricky because it's such an awkward like size, but I just decided to go ahead and continue on with the brick pathing in this area, and I was able to use that same pathing because I kind of mixed up, or not mixed up, but broke up the two areas where I will have this brick pathing. So up here, as you can see, I'm bordering this first brick pathing with the flowers and bushes, and then I'm adding in a stunted tree. So that's how I was able to finally decide that on this kind of empty spot right here, that I can go ahead and use that same brick pathing because it doesn't look all like it's too much in one area, if that kind of makes sense. So I'm gonna just finish laying the rest of this down, and then I pretty much just need to go in and fill in the rest of this area with a couple more little decorations. I've tried to work on being okay with every space not being 100% full, but it is a bit tricky, but I'm trying. So I think all that is really left for me to do in this build is kind of just make this pathway. I just wanted to have something that would kind of be signaling that I'll be leading down to where I will eventually have my campsite, I think. And so now that I have that laid down, I'm going to just come in here and lay down a couple more items, and then I will take you all on the final walkthrough for this area. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment on the video if you haven't already. It really, really helps me out, and I really, really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and see the final walkthrough of this area. So I went ahead and time traveled to the next day just to grow in my last couple bushes and flowers. And this is the little diagonal bridge that we will have leading up to my resident rep's house or yard, whichever you want to call it. I guess it's both. But I really, really am pleased with how this area ended up turning out. I think that it's really, really helpful to give yourself kind of like not like a small or excessively large amount of space to work with, but like this area was perfect because it was like a medium amount of space I had, so I wasn't too overwhelmed by this build in itself, and it was good for me to be able to get back into actually creating again in Animal Crossing. But I just really wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who has been supporting me on my channel, and as I had mentioned earlier, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a like on it. Comments also do really, really help me out, and I really, really greatly appreciate it. And if there's anything else you would like to see, any other builds or anything, ideas you have, please drop that in the comments below. I would really, really love to hear that because I love making videos to help you all out. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm really, really excited to release my dream address for Daisy. I'm really trying to get it done because I know a lot of people have asked about it. But I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!